The dirty old man in squalid clothing shovels up his grey hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. He stops and looks at you. His eyes widen, and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather. Invisible fog creeping out of woods, soaring beyond the sky, obscuring the sun and the moon. Strange. The old man shakes his head, his eyes shifting about seemingly at random. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, the old man freezes for a moment. I'm Ramus, but that won't help the fog. What are you doing here? The old man raises a thick eyebrow curiously. I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. The old man wipes his hand across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look. No one else can. Invisible fog, does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. End is your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. I should probably go. The old man stares at you intently. You hasten. You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. I just do what I have to. I don't care about rhymes. Old dog barks loud, while cunning one readies to bite. Cunning, short, but stubborn. He is now in an ancient tomb and lies south of the trading post. Searching for the great power that once gave joy and now brings only death. If you don't want my nonsense, then you'll hear sobs and screams. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death.
The dangers don't frighten me.
A gnome in gaudy purple garb seizes your attention. Of course, the scoundrel Tardicio, who you know from the time in Rustall. The vile gnome is standing on a small hill, not that there's a hill. It's not like there's a hill to be. Expressing his discontentment in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian!
Golorian. The planet Golorian orbits a yellow sun in the far reaches of the material plane. Third of 11 in orbit. This blue planet contains vast oceans and lush green lands, and is the perfect environment for countless cultures. Indeed, Galorian is the most populous planet in the solar system. Its innately hospitable and life-sustaining environment is presumably the work of the gods. So astronomers sometimes refer to Galorian as the child. Astronomers of other planets, however, often refer to Galorian as the cage, in reference to its cosmic role as the prison of the mad god Ravagog, who lies bound to the world's core.
Why hurry? The same end awaits us all.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
Quickly now. If we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Tartugio turns, his angry gaze upon you. He shrugs. He nods to his guards to draw their weapons. Harem, I would be happy to see you among my companions. Your faith does not oblige you to follow fools and liars like Tartugio.
There is as much vanity in your words as in the words of all who have not seen the wisdom of Grotus. Yet you seem a worthier leader than the arrogant Tartugio. Perhaps in serving you, I shall open your eyes to the teachings of my faith.
I guess, yeah, you don't have to say yes. Grotus. So I'll read, Grotus is the god. Grotus is the god of the end times. A sentient and cruel moonlet looks down upon the boneyard, waits for the last living soul to die. When Pharasma judges the last soul after the last living body dies on the hero plane, Grotus will descend to the boneyard and move on to the material plane to clean up and pack the dust away for another reality. No one really knows what Grotus is going to do once the last soul is judged. It is generally accepted that it will not be present.
I see my magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of her enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and come to me. Yeah!
Serves you right.
This should do it.
You deserved it.
have it on normal. That's fine.
A calculated risk.
Any last wishes?
Okay, right there. So that Ender's Game.
This will hurt.
This is where I step in.
Let's try this way.
Serves you right.
We can do it!
This should do it.
You deserved it.
My search was not in vain. I don't like surprises.
Applause, please.
I know what to do.
I'll see. The first breath of fresh air after the stale, damp stuffiness of the tomb. Before us stretched the outlying unending heath, replete with hills and gullies and patches of low shrubs. Already the trail of Tartuccio and his companions had gone cold. But we would not give up, whether the trail went cold or not. It was one of us who had. It was one we had to follow. Nature lore. Success. No grade of grass was bent. It must have had enough time to straighten back up, since whoever passed through, what the heath's dry earth preserved the prints of tiny little shoes. Our eyes to the ground as we followed the trail. We walked and walked until we finally came to a huge gully, a dried up bed of a river roar. But what is this? At the edge, the grass was trampled down and soil turned up, and claw prints, lots of them. We stumbled upon a fresh battlefield, and here the trail split. One set of footprints walked away from the battle, and down into the gully, the brave footprints that faced down their enemies followed the path along the edge. You tried to imagine who or what left those progress. Another nation failed. Unfortunately, we could not determine who attacked Tartuccio and his companions. However, we could discern that there were plenty of attackers, and they were rather small. To detect magic, we tried to find any trace of magic in the surrounding. There's not a trace of a bell, apparently from the illusion school of magic, near where the lonely trail descended into the gully. Well, we stood a while and thought, then followed the single set of footprints down into the gully. The way was steep, and it took some time to reach the top. Walking on the loose soil was difficult. One second, grab it. Walking on loose soil was difficult, but the clawed footprints were easy to spot. The bottom of the gully went downhill, deeper and deeper, until finally the footprints turned, rolled up the steep slope, and disappeared at the gully's edge. We couldn't... Hi, morning. Pretty good. Couldn't but admire the animal agility and clever claws of the creature we were following. The slope before us was as tall as 2 tall men and ended in a hanging crest. Climbing such a slope would be no easier than climbing a sheer wall. However, a long, steady-looking root stuck out of the ground from the top. Mobility check. There was one brave hero among us who decided to try her luck and climb the root. Failed. After tugging at the root, Lindsay took a deep breath, grabbed it with both hands, and began the difficult ascent. Pushing with her feet against the slope, she grabbed the root with both her hands. She climbed higher and higher, only her heavy breathing and faint creaking of the root broke the silence. Suddenly, dust poured down from the top of the slope, and the root began to slide from the ground. With a loud groan, the gully crest started to collapse, and Lindsay rolled back down and head over heels. The landslide fast behind her. More and more soil cascaded down, and our helpless companion was all but buried head to toe. We rushed to dig her out. Luckily, digging the soil, loose soil, was quick work, and in a moment we pulled her out, dirty, scared, but happily unscathed. After recovering our senses, we clambered up the slippery slope, but the trail had washed away. See, that's what's around this here. Try to avoid it. I always try to do it. This is the Manticore.
I'll share my path.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
A calculated risk.
Repent!
Strike with all your might!
May I suggest another way to use this spell? May I suggest another way to use this spell? Any last wishes? Stand down.
This will hurt.
Your life ebbs low.
How cute! This is my time to shine.
A rest is in order.
All right, new line. They walked without fear, hoisting shining steel above their heads. And they walked, and they walked. When were they going to get anywhere already, huh?
To the dust you will go.
We won't falter!
This is where I step in.
What a waste!
Let's try this way.
Forwards! Serves you right.
Become as dust.
This should do it.
We can do it! You deserved it.
Repent.
This makes sense.
A calculated risk.
No time for idling. Friendship lasts forever.
They called it her.
I'm not used to wearing stuff like this.
Who has ducks? Actually, I'm looking where armor. Switches is like this.
I'll share my path.
This will hurt.
Your life ebbs low.
Let's try this way.
You offend me. Any last wishes?
As a player, I know it's
I can't cast it like that. Strike with all your might!
I'm only taking what I need for food.
This should do it.
Take anything that attacks me, actually. Not really.
Your time is over. The dangers don't frighten me.
I am prepared to meet my end. Are you?
This is where I step in.
A calculated risk.
Away, you rascal!
We won't falter!
Serves you right.
This will hurt.
What a waste! Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Let's try this way. Left yourself open.
Forwards!
Become as dust.
You deserved it.
Stand down.
This should do it.
We can do it! Ha!
Repent!
Huh?
We will be victorious!
The spell's not working. That's mean.
A calculated risk.
Any last wishes?
Strike with all your might!
You offend me.
This will hurt.
Your life ebbs low.
This is where I step in.
We won't falter!
Your time is over.
Let's try this way.
What a waste.
Serves you right.
I'll share my path.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Away, you rascal!
This should do it.
Become as dust.
You deserved it.
Forwards!
Stand down.
A calculated risk.
Repent!
Any last wishes?
We can do it!
You offend me.
This will hurt.
Your life ebbs low.
This is where I step in.
Strike with all your might!
Your time is over.
Let's try this way.
What a waste!
Serves you right.
We won't falter!
Away, you rascal.
Oh, actually. Alchemist fire, right?
Forwards!
Stand down.
You deserved it.
We can do it! Ha!
You offend me.
Any last wishes?
Our victory is certain.
Strike with all your might!
This is where I step in.
Become as dust.
This should do it.
We won't falter!
Serves you right.
Your time is over.
Repent.
A calculated risk.
Forwards!
You deserved it.
Away, you rascal!
Your life ebbs low.
We can do it!
Any last wishes?
Stand down.
What a waste.
Strike with all your might!
This is where I step in.
You offend me.
Become as dust.
We won't falter!
Serves you right.
Your time is over.
Repent!
This will hurt.
Forwards!
You deserved it. Ow!
Away, you rascal!
Your life ebbs low.
Let's try this way.
Ouch!
Okay, I guess I won't take my idea. Maybe that's why it's not working. Had to fight something.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Serves you right. I'm writing you out of our story.
That's not.
This should do it. Oh!
Repent!
Stand down.
You deserved it.
Ah! A calculated risk.
Your life ebbs low.
We can do it!
You offend me.
Any last wishes?
Oh! This will hurt. Let's try this way.
The end is inevitable. My end, our end, the entire world's end.
Friendship lasts forever.
Charge!
This should do it.
Hurry.
This is where I step in.
A calculated risk.
What a waste! Ouch!
Serves you right.
Strike with all your might!
Your time is over.
This will hurt.
Become as dust. Ow.
I don't tolerate threats.
You deserved it.
Let's try this way.
last wishes?
This should do it.
Repent!
Away, you rascal!
This is where I step in.
I'll share my path.
I am prepared.
Serves you right.
Stand down.
Your life ebbs low.
You deserved it.
You offend me.
What a waste.
We won't falter!
Any last wishes?
Your time is over. Away, you rascal!
Become as dust.
Forwards!
A calculated risk.
This is where I step in.
Stand down.
Repent.
We can do it!
This will hurt.
Serves you right.
You offend me.
Your life ebbs low.
Strike with all your might!
Let's try this way.
You deserved it.
Your time is over.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
How cute!
We cannot be defeated!
Ouch!
Any last wishes?
Away, you rascal!
This should do it. Left yourself open.
We won't falter! Forwards!
What a waste!
This is where I step in.
Stand down.
We can do it!
Serves you right.
You offend me.
A calculated risk.
Strike with all your might!
Become as dust.
You deserved it.
Your time is over.
We won't falter!
Repent.
Any last wishes?
Away, you rascal!
Forwards!
Your life ebbs low.
This is where I step in.
This will hurt.
We can do it!
Just see what's better for you.
Stand down.
Let's try this way.
Strike with all your might! We won't falter!
What a waste.
Serves you right.
sorry, just got
You deserved it.
You offend me.
Forwards!
Become as dust. Yeah!
Go.
Any last wishes?
Your time is over.
We can do it!
Repent!
Yes.
Away, you rascal!
We will be victorious! Strike with all your might!
This should do it.
Oh, come on.
This is where I step in.
Heal them.
Your life ebbs low.
Stand down.
We won't falter!
A calculated risk.
Serves you right.
What a waste!
You offend me.
Forwards! We can do it!
This will hurt.
You deserved it.
Your time is over.
Strike with all your might!
Let's try this way.
Any last wishes?
Become as dust.
Away, you rascal!
We won't falter!
This should do it.
This is where I step in.
Repent.
Magritium Turinos.
Ah. Suppose it's going back into that account. Yeah. I will use those.
I don't tolerate threats.
Serves you right.
We can do it!
You deserved it.
Stand down.
This should do it. Let yourself open.
Repent!
Strike with all your might!
Any last wishes?
You offend me. The dangers don't frighten me.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
A calculated risk.
This is where I step in.
Your life ebbs low.
Your time is over.
This will hurt.
Serves you right.
What a waste!
Away, you rascal!
Let's try this way.
We won't falter!
You deserved it.
Become as dust.
Stand down.
This should do it.
Forwards!
Any last wishes?
Repent!
Enemy approaching.
You offend me.
This is where I step in.
Your life ebbs low.
A calculated risk.
Your time is over.
Serves you right.
We can do it!
What a waste.
This will hurt.
Ouch!
Away, you rascal!
You deserved it.
Strike with all your might!
Become as dust.
Any last wishes?
We won't falter!
Repent.
Stand down.
This is where I step in.
Forwards!
Let's try this way.
You offend me.
Serves you right.
We can do it!
Your life ebbs low.
This should do it.
Your time is over.
You deserved it.
Strike with all your might!
What a waste.
A calculated risk.
Away, you rascal!
Any last wishes?
We won't falter!
Become as dust.
This will hurt.
Stand down.
This is where I step in.
Forwards!
Repent!
Magritium Turinos!
Serves you right.
We can do it!
Your life ebbs low.
You offend me.
Yes. Strike with all your might!
What a waste.
Your time is over.
You deserved it.
We won't falter!
Become as dust.
Away, you rascal!
Forwards!
Repent!
No time for idling. Is there trouble?
What troubles you?
Oh, sorry. I was lost in thought.
Come at me, I dare you.
Let's try this way.
I can't cast it like that.
Your life ebbs low.
Any last wishes?
Stand down.
This should do it.
A clean strike.
What a waste.
This is where I step in.
You offend me.
A calculated risk.
We can do it! Strike with all your might!
Become as dust.
Serves you right.
Might have to change the difficulty. I'm gonna change the difficulty a little bit. Obviously, I can't have a normal weapon named. I have to go with a little moderately easier.
Your time is over.
This will hurt.
Yep.
We won't
Just somewhat
falter!
easier.
They choose to stand against me?
druids!
Repent! Oof!
Away, you rascal!
You deserved it.
We can do it!
I'll share my path.
I had to change the difficulty just because I don't want it to be extremely easy. That's why I chose one that's a no. Back of it. Washroom. I'm gonna go grab a.
Who's so sullen there? Like a troll after starving for 3 days. It's grumpy old harem.
Alas, Lindsay, someone in this party of dreamers and make-believers must be mindful of the eternal.
How cute! Oops. Easy.
He doesn't kill animals just to kill them for meat. It might be this is the first mission to that herbalist, alchemist, herbalist. Oh, one.
This is my time to shine.
Oh, look, level 10. Listen, well, this one there's, well, since you dispatched the bandits with such skill, maybe you can help us with another problem. There's this feral swine living here in the woods, not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar, as big as a bear and wicked as a devil. The locals call him Tuskcutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Bezin found his lair, went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. He put a bounty on the boar's head. It looks like there aren't any heroes around here bold enough to claim it. Maybe you will rid us of this monster. Well, Mary livens up. Hey, we're better than local wusses, right? Want to bet I can chop off this Tuskcutter snout with a single swing? Come on, let's find out. Well, I don't have to waste it. Alright, let's go kill this Tuskcutter. Mary gives you a wide gun. Right, that's the way I like it. Let's do it. What those tasks? Are these the berries you were looking for? A quick glance at the basket. Bogan grabs a fistful of berries and shoves them into his mouth. A smile of delight brightens his face. Ah, bangberries, so fresh. You've been good to your old man. Thank you. Here, take these potions. If you need more, feel free to in return. I'll give you a discount. So else. Show me what you have. Show me where. Anything that doesn't. A collector could go with it, but. Well, maybe I'll hold off on some things, like Manticore Pelt might be important. That's...
I'll share my path.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Have you ever thought about writing down the teachings of Grotus? If it's all so wise, why not share it with others?
What can be written on paper is not the truth, but only the ashes falling from it. Anyone destined to understand Grotus's wisdom will not learn it from a book.
Don't waste the spot.
What for Gorum?
Aporane sendes.
Any last wishes?
Let's try this way.
This is where I step in.
Tear them apart! They go down!
This should do it.
Stand down.
Running won't help you!
Serves you right. I'm writing you out of our story.
A calculated risk.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Your life ebbs
We
low.
will be victorious!
Strike with all your might!
Yeah, it's not true.
You deserved it.
What a waste!
Tear them apart!
To the dust you will go.
This will hurt.
last wishes?
They go down!
Become as dust.
Let's try this way.
Huh? Hey, have a look! There's something over there!
Anything else? Applause, please.
I don't tolerate threats.
I can see him there.
You offend me.
This should do it.
This is where I step in.
Repent.
We won't falter!
My search was
I'll
not
share
in
my
vain.
path.
Applause, please.
Hey, have a look! How cute!
I'm active things. Try to avoid, always try and avoid. Read. You walked across the heath. Yeah, yeah, okay. We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. By turns, we discovered a verdant lowland with several nearbout springs streaming down behind another hillside. And then in the distance, in the center of the lowlands, among the bushes, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw, clawing at the sky. But what was truly remarkable is the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and scattered around in abundance. We heard we should explore the lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps, and learned they were no mere hills, but dug-out dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw a foggy outline of another hut. This one much bigger and surrounded by small clay statues. Nature lower. Standing one behind another. We would not retreat. Why not? I need that for something else. We would not retreat. Moved ever forward toward the tall tree, determined to visit the big hut on our way there. We walked slowly, carefully through our way, choosing our way, keeping the drier ground as much as possible, but the further we went, the more difficult it became. And soon we were wading waist deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out the shadows flitting along the bottom. Suddenly, Ajante Maslano staggered, spit out an oath, and flailed his arms. He made a wrong step and flailed his arms. He made a wrong step, and unable to pull his foot out, pull out his foot, he called out loudly and began to sink into the vile green slash. Wary of another of us getting sucked into the bog, we decided to form a living chain, standing next to each other and holding hands. We began to pull up our fellow traveler. Success. Luckily, Ajante Maslano managed to keep his head above the water when we struggled to rescue him, grabbing the nearest hand and pulling with all his strength. He freed one foot and then the other. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and wary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattail spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. The green water reflected the leaves of the huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening, but we were not far to the center of the swamp, and the firm and steady path led there through thick bushes, and at its end the dry trees stretched mightily towards clawing at the firmament. Ronald carefully examined the clay figurines, trying to fathom who they might betray. Failed. Peek inside the hut. The palace was twice the height of other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that three could walk abreast. The walls were decorated, and unknown scratched carving drawings in the clay while it was still wet, and faded scrawl depicted a huge amphibian devouring small figures. Some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room, we found equipment decorating the walls. Leather armor, spears, clubs, To our surprise, none of these items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. The buzzing of gnats was in the We moved forward, seeing we'd drawn so near our goal. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood is at once lifted. Bushes that bordered seemed to wave shiny, bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. And then the wind stopped blowing, and thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a large shout. And Beastvenger, the Beastvenger, was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling ball of green filling the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out to it with a soft swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns and gleaming in the immoral dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and no clear path, and the clear space ahead was closing. We drew our swords and tried cutting my way through. Failed. Alas, we merely wasted precious moments. No matter how many grasping green shoots we caught, more only grew in their place. The only thing left was to run for our lives. The green walls closed in all around us. Branches grabbed at our sleeves. Wicked thorns scratched our hands, and our faces burned with acidic sap. Roots tangled with our feet, and our blood fell on the leaves. But with great effort, we broke away at last from the grasping green. Finally, after what seemed an endless trek, we came upon the gigantic dry tree that had so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut in its trunk. A huge horned, three-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp-toothed, and with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. We tried to glean what sort of idol it may be. Success. There were no doubt this was Gagunta, master of the great swamp in the demon abyss. But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large bright dragonfly came out of the hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our outfit. Remarkably strange, it didn't react to our movements and seemed quite content being where it sat. This idol reeks of evil, to say the least. We were certain we must destroy it. Clearly we could not leave such obscenity unscathed. We drew our swords and slashed at the wooden face, and from it oozed black, sticky blood. We heard a great clap of thunder, and a thick fog arose from nowhere. The birds screamed fiercely, more thunder soon followed, and with each strike the sky grew darker and darker. Soon we could see the sun through the fog, couldn't see the sun through the fog. The air stuttered again, but was it still thunder or the creaky voice of a monstrous toad? This still our iron blades dug deep into the blood-soaked wood, and at last the idol was smashed into splinters. The fog cleared away and silence descended. Suddenly we realized that every frog in the swamp had gone silent. We turned almost with a sigh of relief, and we saw the flesh-eating bush had withered away. Satisfied with a job well done, we returned to where we'd come from.
I decree we set up camp.
Drinking and fighting. Amiri, don't you understand how empty and ridiculous all this is?
Your head is empty, and your face is ridiculous. In fact, you're ridiculous all around. A good fight and some booze. What else do you need to be happy?
Beastvenger suddenly awoke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely, not far away. It smelled like burning. The wooden walls were steaming hot, and smoke was restlessly wreathing beneath the ceiling. She looked out of the window. The instant she approached the window, the glass broke. An arrow hit her in the chest. Falling, she glimpsed a dozen dark figures standing outside. Her eyes dimmed. The Beastvenger's skin felt cold. She heard the murmur of water, the soft lapping of waves. After opening her eyes, she saw a rocky river bottom and a bloated body tangled in green water weeds. The drowned man's empty gaze was fixed upon the Beastvenger. The drowned man's mouth opened slowly, and a hoarse whisper said, "Strike river, the Beastvenger." At this moment, the Beastvenger finally woke up, drenched in sweat. She told us what she'd seen in the dream. So was she in the dream. I'm gonna take a chance. She's tired. She's tired as she
I
was.
decree we set up camp.
You write and you write, Lindsay, but what's the point if you will be forgotten after you die?
That's why I'm writing, so I won't be forgotten. My stories will belong to the ages. Yes, the ages. I won't accept anything less.
This is my time to shine.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
There's something over there.
It's just not my lucky day.
It won't work. This is not possible.
The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth was so foul that your eyes began to water. The hand clenching a sinister-looking spear is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to skin. Trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. You are there. There you are. So it was you who sent me those nightmares. Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled, as if you are trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. Who are you? Davik Nettle. A storm of bright images flashes before your eyes. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from the void, constructed a rope bridge, built a house and lived in it, collecting payment from those who crossed the river. How did you die? You see a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warmly against your cheeks. Three men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helmet with stag-horn, angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of an unsheathed sword. Suddenly the stag-lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are calling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear a guffaw of 10 throats. You run, already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. A ear-splitting scream fills the air. What do you want from me? You see a vision of a man wearing an antlered helmet. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood, so much blood. Death to the stag lord. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you're going to do anyway? Makes me want to do nothing just to spite them. Very well, you shall meet your vengeance upon the stag lord. Drowned man, who'd been sitting motionless, nods his head. Come later, take the spear.
The dangers don't frighten me.
I'm gonna have to get off this one. I'll do one more mission. One more done or something. Oh, I was tired because I had a bad nightmare. Right. Mutilated body looks like it was eaten by some rodents.
I see something. Anything else?
What's that?
Applause, please. I failed. I'm sorry.
My search was not in vain.
Applause, please.
I'll share my
Would
path.
you look at that? I failed. I'm sorry. Adventures call to them.
Yes.
Hey, have a look. There's something over there.
Anything else? Applause, please.
Our victory is certain.
Serves you right.
Could be worse. At last.
I'm gonna have to change it anymore because obviously I can't fight it very well. I'll have to make it. I'm gonna have this on there. I had to put it down to the story I've read. That's what I'm doing anyways. So I guess this is gonna last. I have to do this over again, but hey. You already saw that. Yeah, again. Even if it's
Hey, have a look.
It's just not my lucky day. I see something. Applause, please.
The dangers don't frighten me.
I failed. I'm sorry. And Lindsay was called for it.
Yes.
Anything else?
I'll share my path.
Applause, please.
My search was not in vain.
What's that?
Applause, please. She failed. I'm sorry. Just letting the ink dry.
Yes.
Blood for Gorham!
This should do it.
We can do it!
Tear them apart!
Serves you right.
Stand down.
Repent! Ouch! Ow!
A calculated risk.
Strike with all your might!
You deserved it.
You offend me.
Your life ebbs low.
This will hurt.
They go down!
Any last wishes?
Your time is over.
What a waste!
Let's try this way.
Away, you rascal!
become as dust.
This should do it.
We won't falter. Bring it!
This is where I step in.
Stand down.
Repent! Ouch!
A calculated risk.
Forward!
Tear them apart!
Yes.
You offend me.
Your life ebbs low.
This will hurt.
We can do it!
This is my time to shine.
Okay, right there. Just wanted this space.
I'll share my
I'll
path.
figure it out. Well, I guess that'll be next week. Oh, and here, I've got a couple minutes. Saving. Yeah, it's okay. I was just. I was just